Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ZVZ on Daybreak, spawning in the south position, Pungsvett, and in the north position it is heXoLyte.
Yes, and both of these players are Diamond League players, so we suspect some nice quality playing right here. And we just had some trouble with our internet connection, but as we hope, it should be fixed.
It should be fixed right now, Battle.net being a bit moody today, but let's see if we can get this match going. ZVZ, as heXoLyte also remarked, it is so important that the early game micro is exactly spot on. The early game often with a lot of links, a lot of banelings, and just one single misclick and 1 second of lag can cost you the entire game. So yeah, let's hope it's done for now and that we can enjoy this match.
Mhm. And meanwhile, you would suggest on this map that the positions are equal, but actually it's not, because heXoLyte is spawning in the north and his drones, which are being made, have to travel a longer distance to the mineral line. And Pungsvett does not have that problem, because the drones who are created are more at the south of his hatchery, so the distance to the mineral line is shorter. So we have a little advantage of heXoLyte.
That's actually true. Both players, though, doing the same build. I mean, it's not exactly enough of disadvantage to break the game, but it's always nice if you can spawn in the right direction.
Mhm.
But gas and pool going down for heXoLyte, and actually the same also for Pungsvett. These guys know what they're doing. They're going for expand first. Then we will likely see them into going into a lot of speed links, maybe even some banelings. It's all gonna depend on who keeps their guys in gas and who gets them out.
Yes, and we
Uh,
saw just some nice timing of the drones towards the extractor of heXoLyte that looked very professional. And I believe both players saw each other's expos. Let's take a look at it. Oh, excuse me. Yes, both saw each other's expos, so both players are not on one base harass or whatsoever.
No, indeed, and it's always it will be interesting to see. Watch closely for the spread of these overlords because now for both players, actually for heXoLyte, they do give a complete vision of the path that the Lings will have to take to attack him, whereas for Pungsvett, there's one overlord right there who can spot it, and the other is off to the side of the second base.
Mhm.
So a bit of a different overlord positioning here, but I don't think it will hurt him. And the links now, just to scout, I think, for heXoLyte going
Yes,
across the map.
they are already out, and also see that they are making queens, and the metabolic boost is coming up just as normal. That
Yes, that's all normal, but then heXoLyte is following it up with more links,
Mhm.
whereas Pungsvett is going for some drones. Let's see this exchange here. The heXoLyte has to retreat, but he will have a lot of link reinforcements, and of course that means that he can put some pressure on, but it also means that he has to do damage to, well, to actually catch up in that drone advantage that Pungsvett now
Mhm.
has.
And Pungsvett choosing to build more drones, so he will have a better economy after this, and a better economy is most time results into a faster and bigger army, but that's more for a later game. So Pungsvett will be a little more ahead into the mineral mining.
That's true. He's also putting down a spine crawler. He knows that he must play it defensively, and his evolution chambers are placed perfectly to wall this off to create defense. And there the links come in. There are a lot of links, and it will take down the queen quite fast. The spine crawler is not down at all, not done. Sorry, and these links they tear through it, but they can't quite get through.
Yes,
Oh, and
he's getting under attack,
Punishment
but the wall
has
up
to
is quite
stall.
nice. One link
They're
slips
quite.
by. The spine crawler is almost done, almost finished. He saves a few joints there, and spine crawler is up, and he will defend this harass. But he lost queen.
Yeah, he lost the queen, but I'm quite impressed by how well he held that off.
Mm-hmm.
The lings went into the choke, and they couldn't really do the damage that they needed to do. Of course, they could have gone around, but yeah, that would have made them vulnerable to the spine crawler as
Yes.
well. But I do think that that would have been the better play. Now a roach warren going down for Pungsvett. He's still mining gas from one base, and well, let's see. Oh, in the middle. Sorry. I almost missed that, but there was a ling engagement there, and heXoLyte now needs to retreat. So let's see what kind of defense he has set up now.
Yes.
A spine crawler being done.
I think Pungsvett will be in a good decision, in a good spot, because his roach worm is coming up, and he also is working on his upgrade already with his double evolution chamber.
Oh, will these banelings morph in time? No, the lings actually do get in the base, and they will do some damage. Can they pick up the queen? Yes, I think they will. But now the banelings are coming. And will they make the right connections? Oh, nice ling micro there. But the banelings, do they... well, very nice micro here, but do they get it? No, and they also can't get the queen, but now this attack has been deflected. Did it do the damage it needed to do? That's the question.
That's the question. And meanwhile, we see that both guys are taking map control by using their overlords. And meanwhile, we see that the roach run is already completed for Pungsvett, who's making roaches at the moment. And roaches versus banelings is quite a good decision in the point of view of Pungsvett.
Yes, you're quite right. It's quite a nice tech advantage that Pungsvett has. He also has the supply advantage, if we can see. Let's look at the drone count. Yeah, it's way in favor of Pungsvett actually, with 50 drones to 34. And whereas heXoLyte is just defending with lings, defending with banelings. He will expect other lings to run in, but these banelings will do so little against the roaches that are going to come up in just a minute.
Yeah, and I like the fact that heXoLyte is making his lair in his natural, because a lair has got more hit points than a hatchery. So if he got harassed there, he can take more hits. So that's a quite nice decision to do.
Yeah, it's a nice decision. It's always, of course, also a gamble, because if you lose it, then you are, well, it's more of a big deal, so to say. But the Evo chamber going down, and there's a kind of SimCity going on to prevent that from happening. And meanwhile, though, will we see that roach swell? Yes, we do see 11 roaches out already for Pungsvett. And he may be gearing up for an attack soon.
Yes, and Pungsvett is also working on his third base already. So in my point of view, Pungsvett is doing a magnificent job.
Yes, incredible job he's doing here. He's also researching the burrow and the Glamour Constitution. And of course this Overseer is now seeing everything there is. And well, actually Spore Crawler's going down for Pungsvett as well. So apparently he's expecting some kind of muted play, maybe.
Yeah, that could be logical. That's true, because did he saw the lair, by the way? Let's take a peek. Yes, he's seeing a lair. Yes, so he could expect Mutalisco, but a Festus, as we see, it's a more logical solution. Meanwhile, roaches, Zerglings are getting in position. And we see he's going to attack the third.
Yes, and if you can get a cancel off, that would be huge. And
the baneling.
It looks like he will nice micro against the baneling there, exploding to take just a couple of lings, or actually just one. And this third has been denied, and there's actually not much that heXoLyte can do about it.
No, nice play from Pungsvett, according to those banelings and the cancellation of the hatchery. Now he's going to the Zelnaga Watchtower again to see more of the map and to see more what's coming.
Yeah, he's completely off control of this match, and he knows it. There is another drone trying to expand for heXoLyte, but there is actually a ling burrowed there, so he can't place the hatchery there. Very nice placement, very professional, and also a ling burrowed at the ramp of the main, sort of the natural for heXoLyte, and that gives Pungsvett so much more vision. And look at that supply advantage; he's maintaining that quite well.
Yes, and the difference between the armies right now is just that heXoLyte has got these infestors, and I hope he can take his advantage out of that, because infestors, he will use the fungals or infestors, excuse me, infested terrans, and yeah, from now on we will see he has an infested roach army versus a roach circling army.
Yeah, that's true. And actually, whereas Pungsvett had the tech advantage for a while now, it's now heXoLyte that has the advantage with these infestors that are gaining energy, and pathogen glands is just now being researched for Pungsvett, and heXoLyte's moving across the map. And
yeah, he's coming in and he really trusts on his fungal control, I believe. Infestors coming very near to the base of Pungsvett, and I'm really wondering how this is going to end.
yeah,
Fungals, oh, that's a bullseye!
And it's a nice fungal there. Can he get them off again? Yes, they will. But now also the burrowed movement has been upgraded. But
yes,
the roach number of Pungsvett is falling quite fast, and has heXoLyte done it? He has a lot of roaches still, but the reinforcements streaming in for Pungsvett, and they are now sandwiching the roaches of heXoLyte. Well, but it doesn't look like it's enough.
No, you will suspect that the concave will always win from the convex, but in this case it's not true. There are a lot of roaches for heXoLyte, and I think the fungals did the trick.
Yeah, the numbers did the trick, the fungals did the trick, and I think the burrowed movement was just a bit off, and it allowed heXoLyte to kill the roaches in two groups. Link streaming in to try and defend, but they can't get through the wall that Pungsvett created for himself, and they now get trapped in the same little space. And well, this attack might die now. More roaches actually streaming in for heXoLyte, and he's looking for the kill.
I think he's quite alone at this point of view. Oh, a fungal on the roaches of heXoLyte, and more roaches are streaming into the base of Pungsvett.
That was a nice fungal, but he will need one more to actually do damage to this army. And wow, so many roaches, and now the evolution chambers are going down, and soon they will be seeing some economic damage being done as well. Or does he need to retreat? Well, he's just going out of the way. Some more reinforcements coming in, but this is so intensive for both players to do. Meanwhile, also actually away from the battle, heXoLyte taking ninja base, but it's been spotted by the Overlord.
Yes, and heXoLyte is still a little bit behind in supply, but he's attacking quite heavily. I see that a burrowed infestor, and it's from Pungsvett. Okay, he saves an infestor there. Maybe he can use to pop out some infested terrans there. He has energy for two of them, and the drones are being pulled out of the mineral line to defend this heavy roach attack. And I'm not quite sure who's going to get it. There goes the infested terrans.
Well, the longer that Pungsvett can hold this off, if he can hold it off, it will be in good shape, because he still has 62 drones compared to 46. But it's looking so dire, and these three roaches need to go into the battle, and now they do. And actually, it looks like Pungsvett may hold this off. Some more reinforcements for heXoLyte are streaming in, but if he can defeat these, then I feel that he will have held it off. And yes, now the concave is winning.
That's
and
the GG.
It's GG.
Wow, what a game we had here. Very nice. Follow MessyCast on Twitter, Facebook and YouTube to increase your chance to get a replay with our casters MessyBigBird and MessyOD for free. See you guys in StarCraft 2 and keep on playing.